What is going on, guys? Panther here, bringing you our APA Wi-Fi. No, it's not. It's not APA Wi-Fi. APA Showdown, Season 7, Week 5 battle against Sleeping Knight, aka Kyle, and the Montreal Toucanadians. So, looking on the other side, he does have the Doug Trio, which matches up really well against my Mega Lucario. I had a feeling that thing would come, most likely be Sash to live a hit, live a bullet punch from the Lucario, and be able to knock it out with the Earthquake after trapping me. Because obviously I do have the Mega Lucario. He does have the Entei. The Entei is very threatening to my team outside of the Jellicent. He has the Shaman, which my team can handle pretty well with Zapdos and Sylveon. He has the Meloetta, the Piloswine. Piloswine really puts a lot of pressure onto my team. And then, of course, the Magearna, which is always a threatening Pokemon. My side, we have the SD Mega Lucario. We have a Choice Scarf Landorus because it outspeeds the majority of his team if he has the Sacred Fire plus E-Speed Entei. He's got to be Adamant, which outspeed the Meloetta. In case he, for whatever reason, wanted to scarf that. Don't think he's going to scarf the Manaphy or the Shaman, but offensive Lando T really matched up well and can help me out with the Magearna as well. I have a mixed defensive Sylveon, more specially defensive Zapdos to help take care of the Magearna, defensive Jellicent to help me deal with the Entei, the Doug Trio, maybe even the Relic Song, whatever you call that, Pirouette, Meloetta. And then we have a special set this week. I almost ran Choice Specs Beheem, but good friends Hugo and Jock talked me into actually running a special set. So we'll see if it pays off a little bit later in this battle video. So let's go ahead and jump into it here. So I thought the most likely lead on his part would definitely be his Piloswine because it beats my Landorus if I wanted to get up rocks. If I did lead with my Mega Lucario for some reason, he could knock me out. He could allow me to knock him out and then trap me with the Doug Trio. So I decided if I wanted to leave with Zapdos from a minimum U-turn out, obviously Piloswine can do a lot of damage with the Icicle Crash. So I decided to leave with my Jellicent here, thinking he would go into that. He leads with the Meloetta. Definitely don't want to catch a Spec Shadow Ball, so go right over to Sylveon. He makes a good play U-turn for momentum here. He's able to go out into Magearna and put some pressure on. So he's able to set up a Shift Gear here, unfortunately, and immediately pressure my team. So I'm not too afraid. I know I can tank any 2 hits this thing wants to throw at me and 2-hit KO this thing with the Heat Wave, but unfortunately I missed the Heat Wave there. So now I've got to try to pressure stall him out before I get swept. So I go ahead and roost up. He does go ahead and switch out though, which is the good thing. He doesn't want to take all that damage from the Heat Wave, which is very nice. So he goes out into the Entei, puts a lot of offensive pressure on my team. I want to scout and see what this thing is. He's not Choice Banded. I'm thinking he's some type of Z move, probably at this point, maybe Grassy MZ or the Dark EMZ, even perhaps with Bite. So I throw off just a safe Scald. I kind of want to see what he does here. Jellicent's important, but he's not that important. I know he could go Shaman, but I don't want to make a misplay and make an aggressive double because I know Sylveon eats this thing for days. I'm thinking he may be Bloom Doom or something like that here, so I don't want to go into Zapdos and take a lot of damage from that. So I go ahead and decide to safe protect here. He fires off into the Seed Flare, and all of a sudden he's down to 6 Seed Flares left. So now I want to go out into Zapdos just to burn 2 more of his Seed Flares because I know he's probably going to click that here. And he does. So all of a sudden now he's down to 4 Seed Flares. So if we can get rid of this thing's Seed Flares, it makes this thing a whole lot less threatening against my team. I click Heat Wave here again. Just want to attack what's in front of me. Just really want to get some damage off. So he fires off a Stone Edge here, I believe, and we get the dodge here with the Jellicent. That wouldn't have done much damage anyway. So not too big of a deal. We did miss 2 Heat Waves, but the last one didn't matter on the Entei. Wouldn't have done much anyway. So I do make a double here out into my Zapdos, predicting actually the Shaman here, but he does go with the Meloetta. He goes for the T-Bolt while I fire off a Discharge, trying to pick up a Para, trying to put Kyle on tilt a little bit with the Discharge. So now he goes out. I predict him to go Shaman, or actually predict him to go Piloswine and fire off the Heat Wave, and I do get a very, very fortunate burn. So here's my opportunity for this special Beheem set that I have brought. So Hugo and Jock convinced me to actually run this since Kyle does not have a Dark type on his team. So we click Calm Mind here, thinking that he may just try to scout, stay in instead of Stealth Rocks. No big deal. So we get our Calm Mind up. Now he fires off an Earthquake next. And as you can see, that's not doing anything to Beheem. I'm thinking he may go out into Magearna hard here just to put some pressure on my team. And as you can see, that's not going to happen. So next, I think he's going to go out and intake to pressure me. So I set up a, well, it looks like I set up another Calm Mind here just in case he wants to go out into Magirna. I think on the following turn I actually heal, because I know he's not choice banded Entei at this point, so I can live anything he wants to throw off. So actually I have the barrier too. I didn't want to spoil it yet, but I have Calm Mind, Barrier, Recover, and Psyshock. This thing unfortunately does not get stored power. But with being analytics boosted, since I'm slower than the majority of his team anyways, this thing's going to be hitting like a truck if I get all of my boost up. So really at this point in the game, if I can manage just to stay healthy, I'll be in really good shape, really good shape, because he doesn't have anything that can break me outside of a crit. So I'm up to +4 special attack and SPDEF and +4 defense at this point. So I just want to continue to boost here, and we're going to boost all the way up to +6 across the board. We're just going to go ahead and skip a couple of these turns here. While he dies to burn, I go ahead and recover up. So Zapdos picks up a kill there because this thing actually was burned to its death. Terrible death for it. But we can see the power of analytics +6 Beheem right here. So it gets a Sacred Fire Burn. That's actually useful, so he can't toxic me instead. So we'll take that. No crit, so that only does 10%. So that thing dropped fairly quickly. I was a little afraid of the final Gambit here, but I'm already set up now. If he had Gambit, he probably would have went into it first anyways. So take him down to a Sash. Shadow Claws again. I want to keep myself at just a decent amount of health. I'll just go ahead and recover back up. I'm not trying to stall it out, but I just want to make sure I can live a crit from like a Magirna Flash Cannon or a Shaman Seed Flare. I just really want to make sure I can live whatever they throw at me. So we knock out the Doug Trio. He only has 3 Pokemon left. We're gonna see if he's able to crit us here. If Beheem's able to do it, we get the crit. That sucks, but it doesn't matter too much because we definitely 2-hit KO'd this thing regardless with Psyshock. So he Flash Cannons again. We live. We're +6 across the board. We're a very defensive Beheem. We don't have any special attack investment. We just have the boost. I forget what my stats were at this point in the game, but they were high. They were really high. So we knock out the Magirna. Roswell's really just putting in the work here. I think Kyle was trying for the U-turn crit there, which understandable. He's got to play for the crit here, but at this point in the game, unless he does pick up that crit, it's all over. It's all over. So pick up the kill on the Shaman. He U-turns again, no crit, and we pick up a nice Beheem sweep to win this battle 6-0. So Kyle, despite what the score says, still played a good game up until when Beheem started setting up at the Piloswine. But don't let the score fool you or anything like that. Kyle is a very good battler. I've seen him do well in the APA before. If you haven't caught our power rankings, be sure to check that out. We go a little bit more into depth into Kyle's previous battles there. But Kyle's a very competent battler. Like I said, don't let this fool you. He is a very good battler. He's doing very well in a number of different leagues right now. But again, thank you again for a great battle, Kyle. And again, thank you to Hugo and Jock for the awesome set that they passed. Definitely better than Specs, like I originally was going to run. So great suggestions by you guys for sure. Because it definitely ended up paying off. Was really excited when I drafted Beheem just to try it out because it has some decent stats to it. I'm a really big fan of Reuniclus, and Beheem looked really interesting to say the least. So, like I said, really excited that we were able to use it this way and pick up a nice sweep with it. But again, good game to you, Kyle, and thanks for watching, everyone. And until next time, we'll see you.